Live this morning from Churchill Downs, this is Wave News Sunrise at the Downs, sponsored by Miranda Construction.
Oh, good morning. Yes, it is Derby Week, Tuesday, April 30th. So that means it is 5-0 Tuesday at the track. So come on out here. General admission, just $5. That is a deal compared to what the average ticket price is for Derby Day. I was looking that up, and I think that's about $1,200, so big difference. We have some horses out there. The Derby Contenders and Oaks Contenders will have the track from 7:30 to 7:45. But we've seen a few of them already out here this morning, and they have a sloppy track after we've had some rain overnight. Let's go to meteorologist Tawana Andrew right now to see how the rest of the day will play out.
The day is looking great. My new friend Raleigh just walked away. I'm a little bit sad. But yeah, I've been making friends with some of the riders and the trainers and the horses, of course. So Raleigh is the horse and has visited me every morning so far this week. So that has been the highlight of my morning. For those of you heading out right now, what we're seeing across the area, the rain quickly moving out. A couple of showers still lingering in some parts of the region. Seeing some spotty light showers for those of you in Bullitt County, Hardin County, over into Breckenridge County as well. Even into Spencer County, seeing some of those light showers. And that does trend northward into portions of Shelby County and all the way into Carroll County as well. For those of you further to the south, though, I'm not forgetting about you for those of you down in Adair County, because you still have some of that light to moderate rain falling in your area. But other than that, you're looking pretty good to start off the day. As we head over the next 12 hours, what we're going to see, drying trend through the morning. For the afternoon, much more sunshine, and that is going to take us into the 70s for your highs for today. So things are looking beautiful as we get into your Tuesday afternoon. Now, for tomorrow, get ready for much warmer weather. We're talking mid-80s for highs, upper 80s as we head into your Derby. And for the end of the week, we're still talking about some rain chances trying to come our way for Oaks and Derby. I'll break down those chances in my full forecast.
Thank you so much, Tawana. So today is 5-0 Tuesday. We're celebrating all of our local businesses. So come on out here. Let me give you information. To get in, general admission is $5. The gates will open at 11:30, and the first race is at 12:45 today. All of the races are named for local businesses. So, for instance, we have the Village 8 Theaters race. That's race number 1. Race number 5 is the Red Barn. So lots of great names, and then plus they're going to have lots of trivia featured on the big board. So if you have the day off, come on out here and enjoy what's going to be a really nice day. And of course, one local business that's really popular, especially this time of year, is Wagner's. You hungry? Olivia Russell is there this morning, and you've been making me hungry. Oh, are those cinnamon rolls?
I don't even have to say anything, Shannon. This just makes you so hungry. My stomach is growling right now. And let me tell you the thing about these cinnamon rolls, I was told they go out hot and then they put the icing on them for you right after you order it. So I think the cinnamon rolls have got to be on your order when you come here to Wagner's this week. But I want to check in with Pam because she's been working on a whole lot of stuff here. You're working on the bacon right now. How much bacon did you say you're making?
We go through 50 pounds box a day.
50 pounds of bacon a day. I think some of us could say, oh, I could eat 50 pounds a day, but when you see it all together, that's a lot.
A lot of bacon, a lot of bacon.
Okay, I have to ask, because I said the cinnamon rolls probably got to be a favorite on the menu. Do you have a favorite?
Yeah, mine's not on the menu for Derby, but we have a good club sandwich.
Okay.
And that's what I like.
And you will have a specific Derby menu for the week, too?
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. We have a sandwich on there called the Derby also.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's really good.
What's on the Derby?
It's a hot ham and Swiss with mayonnaise on a bun.
Okay, sounds delicious, too. And it looks like potatoes over there. What else are you working on back here for all your prep work?
I've got eggs going, bacon going, sausage is ready, potatoes are working, biscuits are in the oven. We got it rolling.
We are rolling, that's for sure. And I've got to ask, what's the energy like here during Derby week? I'm sure there are a lot of people coming off the backside. They've had their mornings out there, or they're going to the track. What are they saying? What are they doing? How are they feeling?
They're feeling high energy around here. It's one big party in this area. If you're down here in this area, that's what's going to happen. You're partying.
One big party. I love it. Well, I'll let you get back to work. Thank you so much. And again, we keep saying we have so much to show off here, and those cinnamon rolls, I might just have to dig in. Shannon, I'll send it back to you.
I can imagine how fabulous they smell. Olivia, thanks. Well, it's not all about the horses this week. Tomorrow, we have a big steamboat race, right? Who's going to win this year? We have the Belle of Louisville, of course, and the Belle of Cincinnati facing off. We spoke to some of the captains.
One year I caught them putting bananas on their off.
It didn't work.
I think you did.
Yes, the Great Steamboat Race, a Derby Festival tradition. Are you going to be on board? Well, boarding starts at 4:30, the race at 6 p.m. And this year, the Bourbon Paddle Wheel was created by the Bro Brothers Bourbon. It's the exclusive cocktail on the Belle of Louisville. It has bourbon, of course, lemon juice, and simple syrup. And the captains say they just hope for some smooth sailing.
And this pool here in the captain pool is expected to keep dropping. But if we get any kind of rain between now and then, it all come our way.
Yeah, and I think it'll be down certainly enough for us to race and still stay safe and all that. So that's the important thing, is keep the boat safe and people safe.
We'll bring you live coverage tomorrow of the Great Steamboat Race. And if you still like tickets, you can look at KDF's website. And we're going to be talking to the president of the Kentucky Derby Festival coming up in a little bit. And Mayor Craig Greenberg is using Derby Week to invite some people who he hopes will have a great experience here and then invest in Louisville. He released that list of some of his invitees. It includes leaders of the PGA and LPGA, the PGA Championship being held at Valhalla just 2 weeks after Derby. Other business leaders include the CEO of Impossible Foods, the president of Global Government Affairs for UPS, and also the CEO of Heaven's Door Spirits. That's opening up soon, by the way, in New Lou. So if you want to go check out that place, I took a sneak peek and it is impressive. And June 8th, we also have another big event. It's at the KFC Yum Center, UFC. Get ready for some big fighting. And Dustin Jacoby is joining me right now. You were walking by and I told my producer, I said, there's Dustin. And she said, obviously.
Yeah, thanks.
You're a big guy.
Yeah, well, thank you. It's good to be here, and I can feel the energy on the grounds of Churchill Downs.
So you actually have a friend who's owner of one of the horses.
I do. Jason Worth, a former professional baseball player, is a part owner of Door Knock, who drew the one post. And, yeah, we're coming to watch him compete, and I'm excited for it.
Okay, so how does someone get involved in your profession? Because it's not a typical thing.
Yeah, no, it's not, but it's becoming mainstream. It's growing every day. You see kids now that are in jiu-jitsu at a young age, wrestling at a young age, and that's usually how it starts, taekwondo. And then as kids, my brother and I, we were in taekwondo and wrestling, and it's a way to our parents to, just put us in some competition. I grew up with a twin brother, so
Yeah.
we're always roughhousing, going at it. So, yeah, kids today are starting at a young age.
Amazing. So what are some of your top skills?
So I am one of the best kickboxers in the world. I kickboxed professionally for 6 years with Glory Kickboxing, and I bring that kickboxing game to the UFC octagon. And you ask me how I'm going to win a fight, I tell people by knockout. That's what I go for.
Knockout. And so there you are. And what is your training like to get ready for this? Because right now you don't have any more fights until June 8th.
Yeah, we're in the heat of the camp right now. Usually a training camp is about 8 weeks long, but we're training full-time year-round. My job is to, go to the gym and train every day, so that's what we do. And then in 8 weeks' time is when you really dial everything in as far as the nutrition goes and the recovery and the sleep and everything else.
Yeah, what is that? Nutrition and sleep?
Yeah, so thank God for MyFit Foods. It's a local company that makes all my meals for me, counts all my calories, all my carbs, and takes care of me that way. So very thankful for them.
Yeah, and then like sleep, you get what? You need 8 hours or?
Yeah, I'm in bed early. My wife and I joke that when we're in training camp, we're usually laying down by 8 o'clock and passed out by 8:30. So it's a boring life when you're in camp, but it's a lot of fun come fight night and post-fight.
Why I couldn't. So you said that your mom is always in the front row watching. And I mean, if that was my kid, I would be stressed out.
Yeah, it's one thing thing to watch a fight, but when you have skin in the game, it takes it to a whole other level. You know, when my twin brother fought professionally, I would be way more nervous watching him fight than when I would step in there myself. It's one of those things that you can't control when you're watching, but when you're in there, you can control. So it is tough.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for coming on and talking with us today. And have a great Derby.
Well, thank you very much. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, so again, June 8th at the KFC Yum Center if you want to go and see Dustin in person. Let's check in right now with Tawana for a look at the weather.
And hey, this is just proof, Shannon, that you need to take one of the boxing or kickboxing classes with me. I mean, everybody's doing it, right? Might as well. For those of you heading out today, what we're seeing, the rain moving out, and that for the afternoon, plenty of sunshine with highs in the 70s. So today is looking beautiful for your 5-0 Tuesday. The thing is, we're going to be keeping an eye on that potential for some more rain towards the end of the week and potentially seeing a sloppy track as we head towards Oaksdale. I'll break down those rain chances after the break.
Thank you, Tawana. It is 6:10 right now. Much more to come this morning for Sunrise at the Downs. We're going to be talking to LMPD's chief. I see her standing right over there. How they're going to make sure everyone stays safe coming up.
This newscast is sponsored by Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Now, Wave News.
Oh, no place better than right here on the backside at Churchill Downs. Good morning. Beautiful shot right there. 6:14, 65 degrees right now, but Tawana is warning me to get ready for tomorrow morning because it's not going to be quite as warm, but it won't be as humid, right? I mean, when I looked on the Wave Weather app this morning, it said 98% humidity. Yeah, just forget the hair today.
For tomorrow, let's just not use it. And hey, for everyone, what we're seeing right now across the area is just, of course, the muddy track, the sloppy track, as we had that rain overnight and early this morning. And what we're going to continue to watch as we head throughout the next couple of days will be more rain trying to come our way. But at least for right now, the front is making its way through our area, and we're watching some spotty showers showing up behind the main line of showers. So what we're dealing with, for those of you in portions of Meade County down to Hardin County and over towards LaRue County, a few spotty showers. This does stretch into portions of Nelson County all the way to the north towards Keller County, so we'll keep an eye on that. But the majority across the region right now, so things are off to a mild start across our region. And as we continue throughout the morning, the light spotty showers that we have lingering, yeah, we're going to kick those out once we get past 8, 9 o'clock. By the afternoon, a lot drier, more sunshine for the second half of the day as we climb into the 70s for your highs. Now for tonight, skies still clear, and that is why temperatures are going to fall down into the 50s for your lows. So things are going to be quite chilly getting into tomorrow morning compared to where we are right now. Now for tomorrow, what we're going to be dealing with, a little bit more of that sunshine coming our way, warming up into the 80s for your highs. And then once we get into your Thursday, continuing to watch more warm weather, more sunshine with some additional clouds trying to move in for the second half of your Thursday. Those additional clouds come ahead of a system that will bring some rain. Once you get towards midday Friday, that's when those showers look to show up, and we could keep some of that rain around as well for the Oaks race itself. So we'll have to keep a close eye on those rain chances for not just Oaks Day, but how long the rain lingers into Derby Day as well. There is that potential that we could see the rain lasting all the way on and off throughout the day on Saturday, or we can get rid of the rain early in the day and then we'll be dry for the rest of the day. So a lot to watch towards the end of the week. We really need to get a little bit more of those high resolution models coming into play, getting a little bit more of that data so we can give you a more definitive forecast on it. But don't worry, we are all on the Wave Storm tracking team keeping an eye on this. Trust me, it's the first thing and the only thing we talk about right now other than the horses. So of course I talked about the warm weather for your Wednesday and Thursday and the cooler air that arrives rise for the weekend that comes along with those rain chances. So Friday, Saturday, seeing 70s. Next week, we got some more of those showers and thunderstorms across the area. Pretty scattered. None of those days next week looking like a washout, but it looks like we'll be keeping a close eye on the radar throughout the entirety of the following week. So things getting pretty active. We're getting into that summer-like feel, that is for sure, but everything at least quiet out here at Churchill Downs to start off the day. Shannon.
Just talk to me.
Okay, perfect.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Tawana. Okay, of course, safety for all of the people who are going to be here at Churchill Downs is a big deal. And right now I have LMPD's Chief Jacqueline Gwenbia-Laurel with me to talk about that. So it is all hands on deck for you this time of year.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
How do you figure out who goes where?
It's strategic. And so we're just, all of our officers are working. So this is all work days leading up to Derby and at Derby time. And so everybody's on decks to make sure that we're having a successful Derby and everybody is safe.
What are your biggest concerns when you head into a huge event like this, bringing tens of thousands of people into town, and you know we could have 200,000 people here?
That's right. Again, everything is about public safety. We want everyone to have an enjoyable time. We know don't have the best intentions at heart, but this is Louisville, and we've had successful pre-Derby events, and we're looking for another successful event as far as Derby is concerned, and we are just so hopeful in that space, and we know that we are.
And don't you usually have some officers on horses too, walking throughout that
Yes,
area?
right. I'm mounted patrol. Yes, and so they're patrolling and they're doing their part as well to keep the community safe.
That's exciting to see. So we've been reporting a lot on the officer shortage, unfortunately, at LMPD. We're currently 260 officers short. What is it that you want people to know? Because when you hear that number, you think, wow, that's a lot.
Correct. Again, this is we're going to take this opportunity for myself to recruit. If you want to be a part of the change you see in LMPD and you want to make a difference in your community, please join LMPD. This is an opportunity for everybody to be a part of public safety, and those individuals that have that desire to be a law enforcement personnel. Please join LMPD. I need you. I need great people. I need people from our community, people that are really ready to serve the community at a higher level and where we're going right now.
Do you feel like recruiting is picking up for you?
Absolutely, it is. We have a great contract that was passed a few days ago by City Council overwhelmingly, and so I'm super excited about that. The officers are pleased, and I believe it's going to be a true drawing power for other officers to come on board from other agencies possibly, and for just from the community as well. And so we're doing great things in LMPD, and I'm looking for great people to help me do the work.
Wonderful. Well, Chief, I personally want to say thank you. You know, because public safety is very important,
Absolutely.
Especially when someone goes to a big event like this.
Yes.
You know, your mind can go. So it's good to know that all your officers are out there taking care of us.
Yes, and let me say this. If you see something, I need you to say something. If you see something out of the ordinary and something that we need to address as your law enforcement agency, please call 911. We need to hear from you, and so we can keep everybody safe during Derby.
So 911 is the best way to do that?
Yes, ma'am, it is.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Chief.
Thank you.
Happy Derby. Have a great
You
time.
too.
I know. Too bad you can't wear a cute hat, huh?
I will.
Oh, okay, good. I hope so. Yeah, I was going to say. It is 6:20 right now. Much more to come here at Churchill Downs. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Thank you.
Good job.
Here's a look at the current Kentucky Lottery jackpots. The Kentucky Lottery, over $5 billion in grants and scholarships.
Beautiful morning here at Churchill Downs. And you see the track is a little bit wet this morning, but Tawana promises things are going to dry out. So if you're heading out here for 5-0 Tuesday, it's going to be an awesome day. And Tawana, I was looking up what the coldest Derby was that was in the year 1940 and 1957, 36 degrees.
Yeah, let's not do that again. No.
Let's not.
No, that sounds awful.
Doesn't it?
Is everybody in wool dresses? trying to stay as warm as possible. But thankfully, we don't have to deal with that today, and we don't even really have to deal with the rain today. Most of that is now out of the region, and the spotty showers that we still have left over are basically avoiding Churchill Downs. So I don't know who did what they were supposed to do, but thank you. I appreciate that. What we're seeing across the region right now, some spotty showers in portions of Henry County and into Shelby County. And then also for those of you a little bit further to the south in the portions of Hardin County and LaRue County, you're also seeing a couple of those spotty showers. Now, still more of that widespread rain showing up across Adair County right now, so that is where the rain is still locked in. For your 5-0 Tuesday forecast, we'll start off with some clouds, ending up with some sunshine, highs in the 70s for today. And as we continue to look ahead, we'll see warmer weather for your Wednesday and Thursday, with highs both days in the 80s. So keep that in mind for those outfits. Now, the thing that we're really watching closely is the rain chances once we get into the end of the week. Rain chances go up towards midday on Friday, and we'll keep some scattered showers in the forecast for Derby Day as well.
Okay, just as long as it doesn't rain in the morning.
Yes.
When we're out here. 64 degrees right now, and stay with us. Coming up, we're going to be talking to the president of the Kentucky Derby Festival as they still get ready for some big events, including the Great Steamboat Race. We'll be right back.
Live this morning from Churchill Downs, this is Wave News Sunrise at the Downs, sponsored by Miranda Construction.
Oh, I hear the birds chirping as we say good morning to you on this 5-0 Tuesday. If you're heading out to the track, it's going to be a terrific day. We've had a few Derby contenders already on the track, including Just Steel, Society Man, Track Phantom. Many more will be coming out here later. They reserved the track for the Derby and Oaks contenders from 7:30 to 7:45. And a reminder, hey, if you're watching right now and thinking, oh, I would love to head out there, come on out. Park in the yellow lot from 7 to 10 a.m. Just enter through the clubhouse gates and you can come on and watch these morning workouts. Meteorologist Tawana Andrew has the best view right now. She's right up there on the rail, maybe getting a little mud on her pants, though, as the horses run by.
Yeah, but this is why you wear the appropriate color pants, Shannon, and then you don't have that problem. I did literally go for the velvet brown pants for today, literally for that reason. So here we go. I know, I'm in love with these pants. They're pretty warm, too. And, hey, keep in mind for this morning, you may be a little bit cool as you're heading out with temperatures sitting in the 60s across the region to start the day. But the thing that everybody wants to know about is the rain. Is the rain gone? Are we done? And, hey, the thing is, we have dropped down those rain chances across the region for the rest of the day. We're still seeing a couple of spotty showers lingering in portions of Henry County and also into Franklin County. And for those of you further to the south, I haven't forgotten about you, in Hardin County and LaRue County, and even in portions of Nelson County, you're seeing a few more of these scattered downpours still in your area, but they're not going to last forever. For those of you further to the south, Greene, Taylor, Adair counties especially, still seeing some of that light to moderate rain in your area as well. But as I mentioned, we're sitting in the 60s right now, low to mid 60s, pretty comfortable out here. Even me, who gets pretty chilly once it drops underneath 70 degrees, not even wearing a jacket. Once we get into the afternoon, we'll climb back into the 70s for your highs. Plenty of sunshine for the second half of the day. So today's looking pretty good. Now, for tomorrow, if you really like some warm weather, this is when we get the 80s back into the forecast. More sunshine for your Wednesday. Thursday, we have the sunshine. And, of course, those highs in the upper 80s across the area. So anybody out and about on Thursday for Thurby, Shannon, maybe sweating in their best. So we'll have to keep that in mind and factor it all in. Of course, and we're also going to be watching for those rain chances for the end of the week.
Maybe I need to add a little mini deodorant to my list.
Yeah, there you go. That's a good idea.
Right? I'm joined by Kentucky Derby Festival President Matt Gibson, one of the busiest guys in town this time of year. So you had the bed races last night?
We
so much
did.
Fun?
That is my favorite. I mean, last night we had 50 teams, and the energy in that room you've been out there, and I thought we were going to blow the roof off of Broadbent because the races were so great. The final race of the night, where it was the 2 champion division teams, it was amazing. I mean, one decided to start the race with a flat tire.
Oh my
and,
goodness!
Then,
Drama.
Oh, it was incredible.
Wow. Okay, but we have a lot of other events going on, and tonight there's Wine Fest.
Yes,
it's at the Millwood Arts Center.
It is. Kentucky and Southern Indiana wineries there, and people, that has become a crowd favorite, and there's so much to do there, so much great food, so much great wine, so
awesome.
A great way to kick off the week.
And still tickets available for that, and you can get your good old corn dog at
That's
Kroger's
exactly
Festiville,
right.
too.
I am a self-proclaimed fan of Chow Wagon and Festiville food.
Me
and
too.
There's such good food down there this year, and so much to do. We've got a Barbie movie tomorrow night on Wednesday. We have the Turner Circus there on Thursday.
Cool.
And then don't forget the Great Steamboat Race tomorrow night, where we're here to celebrate the fastest 2 minutes. We'll just say that's the most iconic race in town, with the Great Steamboat Race with the Belle of Louisville and the Belle of Cincinnati.
We're going to be having those captains on. There's a lot of trash talk.
Oh my goodness!
Right now.
And it's tough because we never know how much they might be in the Great Balloon Race with all the hot air they bring. And I'd say that in front of them too.
Yeah, disappointing we didn't get the balloon race this year because of the wind.
Well, what was great is that we had the race the day before, and conditions were iffy when we woke up at 3 in the morning to have those first discussions, but then it ended up being great, and they ended up landing at the Norton Sports Center in West Louisville, and then we got a great balloon glow the night before, and then, as you know, instead of having the balloon glow that night, we took the envelopes off and had what we called a candlestick glow, and the kids in attendance were able to climb in the gondolas and fire the burners.
Oh, cool.
And it lit up the night. There were 20 plus balloons that were just firing those, and we did it choreographed to music, so it ended up being a fantastic event.
How wonderful.
It was.
Well, you must be exhausted right now.
Well, the funny thing is, as you know, we just, when it's this pace and this season, we just don't.
Keep going.
You just keep going. You don't even tell yourself you're tired. Now, we will sleep in May when it's all done, but we are having a great time.
Terrific. And I love how many different events you just keep coming up with
Yes.
new things all the time. And tonight people can bring their dog with them
Absolutely.
to Kroger's Festival.
Yes, there's a little cat running around, and that's distracted everybody. You ought to see it for Happy Tail Hour when all these great dogs are there. And, I mean, it's just such a good time.
I love it. And how
Yes.
many of these jackets do you have?
I think right now, so I have 3. I have every iteration that we've done, but when you see them all together, I think there's about 90 of them with our board and our staff, and it's something to see.
Yeah, love it. All right,
Yes.
well, thanks for all the hard
Thanks for
work.
having us.
Appreciate it. It's
Yes.
always so much fun celebrating
Well, you
everything
guys are a
Derby.
fantastic partner, and we appreciate it.
Thank you, Matt. Appreciate that. All right, Matt was talking about those bed races. Let me show you some of the video from last night. 50 teams competing in this thing, going around in that figure 8 course, trying to get the fastest time. This year, they were celebrating everything Derby 150, so a lot of the beds were decorated. You can see some wearing jockey silks right there. Wave News did have a team. Unfortunately, we didn't win. Texas Roadhouse won the Champions Division.
We actually train for this, so it's not just something you can wake up and go do. Put in the hard work, train out in the parking lot with the bed. It's amazing.
Oh, sorry.
So much fun, and Samtec there won the fun division. Wave News, as I mentioned, did have a bed in the competition this year, and we want to thank those awesome welding students from PRP who helped build this bed right here. As you can see, hey, they're looking like they're going pretty fast. Amazing. So the Wave News team finished their heat in 37.5 seconds. Not enough, though, to qualify for the championship match. Look, they look so disappointed. Oh, all right. So today is 5-0 Tuesday here at Churchill Downs. And this year that is celebrating all of the wonderful businesses in town. So they've created many of the race names after those businesses. So we have the Village 8 Theaters race, the Red Barn, the Ear Ecstasy, Jim Porter's Good Times Emporium. Who remembers that place? 5-0 Tuesday, coming back for the second year in a row. If you'd like to head out, general admission tickets are just $5. And of course, another big local favorite, especially this time of year, Wagner's Pharmacy. They're going to be opening up soon. If you're hungry, stop on by. Olivia Russell is there joining us live.
5-0 Tuesday, we have to highlight one of the 502's greatest treasures here just outside of Churchill Downs. We have Wagner's Pharmacy. And if you come to Wagner's this week, you'll see Pam on the grill. I'm going to make my way over here because we're working around her. You've got a busy morning ahead of you, right?
Oh, yeah. Lots of people getting ready to pop through here.
Okay, so who usually comes through here? Are they the people who are hanging out at the backside or people who are going to the track? Who comes by?
It's Dawn of the Downs week, so they start over there about 7 o'clock, and they end at about 10. And then after they're heading over there, they all come back here and have breakfast. Okay. So then when the track opens again, it'll open, say, at 11 o'clock, start letting people in. First race, I think, is 12:40. We'll get all those people, too, before they're heading over to there.
And for Derby 150, you all have a big party. Tell us a little bit about what's new and what's happening here at Wagner's this year.
Okay, this year we're going to be closing it. The kitchen will be closing down at 2:30 like regular. But then the party starts outside at, I believe, 4 o'clock. They're going to have a band. We've got alcohol out there, drink responsibly. And we have vendors out there. They'll have a grill going. It's just going to be a real good party out there.
Real good, responsible party, you all. We are putting that out there right now. And I have to ask, too, because I'm a bacon fan, how much bacon do you all go through?
We do 50-pound boxes each day, sometimes 2 a day.
2 a day if someone like Olivia is here. Well, thank you so much. I'm going to let you get back to work because there is a lot to do here because they are expecting a big crowd, and sometimes you can expect to see a line out the door here. But let me tell you something else that should be on your order if you come down here. One of these cinnamon rolls. How nice does that look? Reporting at Wagner's, Olivia Russell, Wave News.
Oh, that looks very good, Olivia. I'm a little bit jealous of that cinnamon roll right now. Maybe you save some for your friends. For those of you heading out for today, things are looking very good. We're going to see much more sunshine once we head into the afternoon. Yes, gloomy out here right now, but at least we got the sunshine for the second half of the day with those highs in the 70s. Now, everybody still wants to know about those rain chances for the end of the week. I'll break them down after the break.
Thank you, Tawana. It's 6:39 right now, and boy, that new paddock, something to see. Coming up, we're going to be talking with the Vice President of Communications, Tanya Abelin, about that paddock and the experience that she had, too, just yesterday, ringing the bell at the NASDAQ. Oh, beautiful shot of those iconic twin spires. We are celebrating a big derby this year. 150th. $5 general admission to head out here for 5-0 Tuesday. This year, Louisville Tourism says the Derby is expected to create a more than $400 million economic impact. A big deal. And joining me is Tanya Abelin, Vice President of Communications at Churchill Downs, wearing one of her fabulous hats. You must have 500, because every time I see you in a different hat.
I do have a lot of hats, but this year I'm re-wearing old ones.
Oh.
I thought that was a fun way to celebrate the 150th. It's like, go back into the archives and wear things all over again.
I love it. Okay, so $5 general admission for today, but I'm just curious, how much is the most expensive ticket for Derby Day here?
For Derby, the most expensive ticket, there's a range between about $10,000 and $16,000.
For one person?
For one person. For 2 days. That's an Oaks and Derby. And remember, they're all inclusive, Shannon. Remember.
Oh, okay, yeah. Food and drink. You better eat a lot.
Exactly, right. You should definitely sit down and just have a buffet's worth. But those are our most premium spots, and some of that includes the Mansion, which has been here for years, but then also the new Paddock Club, the Woodford Reserve Paddock Club, which is a super premium new experience, and those guests have access to the paddock at any point during the day. And so usually, you need to be a horseman or you need to have special access, and they can sort of walk out into the middle of that beautiful new paddock and enjoy the horses at any point. So it really is it's a never before seen exclusive equestrian experience.
And so there are 2 new premium clubs at this incredible new paddock that you guys have been working on now for 2 years, and we have some pictures we want to show you. What's the reaction been so far to it?
Shannon, opening night was incredible because I'm not someone who likes change, and so I was a little bit resistant to the design just because I like the comfy, cozy old paddock, and everyone was so used to that. That was definitely the heartbeat of the track. So I was afraid that this new paddock would somehow exclude people, but it does just the opposite. There's so many elevated experiences. By elevated, I just mean, in terms of height, right, the tiers. So, people can come and enjoy the paddock experience from multiple levels, and it really created this sense of community there that before, it was a single tier. You sort of were tiptoeing above other people in the crowds to see over it, and this created exactly the opposite. Opening night was incredible. The feedback was very, very positive, and I'm excited to see how it plays out the rest of this week.
And it's huge. There's room for 5,000 people.
5,000 new experiences in that paddock. Yes.
Incredible. Okay, and yesterday you were in New York City in the morning.
That's right.
That was a fun experience.
It was fun. We rang the NASDAQ bell for Churchill Downs Incorporated, and it was exhilarating. A lot of clapping for me, just stand there and clap, but it was still
you look
very
wonderful.
Thank you so much.
In the video.
It was very exciting, and Churchill Downs Incorporated had a fantastic year. I think, of course, our most premium, commodity is the Churchill Downs and the Kentucky Derby, and that will always be where this company began. But over the last few years, we've diversified into gaming and online wagering experiences, and so there's been a lot of success through that. And so we were there celebrating all of that, and of course the 150th Kentucky Derby.
Yes. Okay, how many people are you expecting this year?
So, typically the old Thurby model, when Thurby became Locals Day a few years ago, was always around the 50,000 range.
Okay.
But now with a $5 general admission, we're expecting that to go up. And what I love about 5-0 Tuesday, which the community really embraced last year, was the first year we debuted that product, and it's the day to celebrate the city that's made this possible for 150 years. Yes. But today being a beautiful day and $5 general admission, I think we could challenge those Thurby population totals. So I think we could get somewhere around 30, maybe 30 to 50. Right. We'll see. We don't open the infield for this, so that sort of prohibits it. But it's a great day to just come out and enjoy the Derby before the crowds settle in.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Shannon.
Tanya. If someone still wants to go to the Derby, are there tickets?
There are. We have an official Kentucky Derby resale site.
Okay.
So I encourage people to Google that, because that means it's been certified through us. It's been verified.
And you won't be scammed.
You will not be scammed.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Let's go to Tawana right now. Tawana, how about that? $16,000 for one of the most expensive tickets here. For 2 days, though.
Oh, for 2 days. For 2 days, yeah. But, I mean, it's all-inclusive. You got everything with it, so it's kind of worth it, right? I think so. But still out here at the rail watching the track. It has been muddy, a bit sloppy for this morning, but, hey, the clouds have noticed starting to break apart already, and that kind of bodes well for the rest of the day. So here's what we have going on across the area. We're going to continue to keep an eye on the cold front that's going to be moving out of our region, through our region, and out of our region as the day goes along. Watching for a little bit of rain coming our way, and we'll talk more about the rain chances, especially for later on this week after the break. So good morning, everyone. Saying hi to some amazing people who have been out here, and some loyal Wave watchers as well. We love that, right? So back at it, let's talk about the radar and what we got going on. We have these showers mainly south of Louisville, so really lucked out in the metro, especially here at Churchill Downs in terms of the rain, because we are seeing some of these showers from near E-Town to Bardstown, down into LaRue County as well, and through Lebanon too, all the way up into portions of Henry County, seeing some of these showers. Same thing into Franklin County. So the metro, dry right now, just with the clouds overhead. And a couple of sprinkles still holding on in Adair County. That's it. Your temperatures are sitting in the 60s across the region. Low 60s to start off the day. Maybe a light jacket you need it, but hey, either way, you'll be just fine. So those spotty showers that we're dealing with right now, those are going to slowly exit the region once we get closer to 8, 9 o'clock. So everybody starts to dry out. By lunch, what we're going to be seeing, the clouds really starting to clear. So for the afternoon, plenty of sunshine. And even though we have more of a northerly wind coming into the forecast for the second half of the day, still expecting those highs well into the 70s. So this morning feeling pretty good, this afternoon feeling even better. Then we head into tonight, skies still clear as we tumble down into the 50s for your lows. So we'll get into tomorrow morning, going to be a little bit more chilly. I'm going to be wearing a jacket again out here at Churchill Downs, because it's going to be cold out there. Now once we get into your Wednesday afternoon, though, we're going to be warming all the way into the 80s for your highs. For Thursday, talking about more of that sunshine, more of those 80s. Even could be close to 90 degrees for a high on Thursday. So if you're going to be out here for Thurby, just keep that in mind. Even if you're just going to be outside in general, just keep that in mind. Now the rain chances for the end of the week are the big topic of conversation. It still looks like as we head towards midday on our Friday for Oaks Day, we'll see some of these showers and a couple of thunderstorms moving through. And that is something that could impact the Oaks race for those of you betting. maybe focus on a horse that does well on a muddy or sloppy track. Now, once we get into Saturday, here is a key sticking point when none of the models are agreeing. When is the rain going to move out? Some of the models keeping that rain on and off throughout the entire day on Saturday. Others taking that rain all the way out of here and leaving us dry on Saturday. So things we're going to continue to watch as they evolve because, hey, this is a pretty complicated forecast and we're doing our very best to make sure that we nail it for you. But your 10-day does show that over the weekend as we have more of that rain, that system in the area, 70s for your highs across the region. Next week, though, is when we get some low 80s back our way. And it's going to be a little bit more of a summer-like situation as we deal with some scattered showers and thunderstorms in the forecast for nearly every day next week. So a lot to watch as we look ahead to the next 10 days. But this is just one of those situations where the Wave Weather app will be your best friend as you're heading to any of the Derby Week festivities. You probably get a notification telling you about the weather where you are.
Who's ready for 5-0 Tuesday today?
I am.
Are you? And we're not going to have any more rain later on, right?
Oh, all the rain is now moving out, so we're looking pretty good for the rest of the day.
Well, hopefully they'll be able to dry up the track a little bit, too. It looks a little sloppy. Those horses today who've been out here on the track, they're going to need a good bath.
Yeah, same. After this.
You too. Yeah. Tomorrow, it's Champions Day here at Churchill Downs. This shines a light on the history of the Kentucky Derby and horse racing. This year, Churchill Downs is paying tribute to the extraordinary Kentucky champions who've excelled across a diverse spectrum of sports. They're going to have 10 races tomorrow. The gates open at 11:30 in the morning, and then the first race is at 12:45. And I love the names of the races for today, for 5-0 Tuesday, paying tribute to some of the great businesses that we've had, like Village 8 Theater,
yes,
Pure Ecstasy. It's so fun to talk about. But yeah, everyone out here is just saying, "Ooh, I feel so sticky."
Yeah, that humidity is something else. Now, once the front is still off to our west, so once that moves through, it'll dry us out. We'll have a northerly flow, and the humidity is going to be lower for the second half of the day. So for anyone trying to figure out what to do with their hair, there's your answer right there.
Yeah, just don't do it. But for tomorrow morning, how are we looking? You said a little bit
Yeah, 50s
cooler.
and some clearer skies. So it is going to be chilly out here tomorrow morning. So I might even consider bringing the gloves.
Okay.
Yeah, you know me. My fingers turn blue in an instant. So.
Yeah, not good at all. All right, well, we love you waking up with us here for Sunrise at the Downs. We're going to be hanging out here all week long. We have some incredible stories lined up and some terrific interviews. And Tawana's been out here. We've had some Derby contenders out on the track. I haven't really seen any Oaks horses yet.
No, I haven't seen any Oaks horses yet either, but I've made a friend, one horse named Raleigh.
Oh, I love Raleigh.
And I don't know where he went, but we'll probably see him tomorrow morning.
And there's this cute little cat, by the way, that's out here that we've been trying to get.
Obsessed.
Yeah.
Get live streaming news, 24-hour weather, investigations, podcasts, and more. All for free with Wave Now. Watch on Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV, and the Wave News app.